going on, guys? We are back here at the shop. Today we are going to be changing the turbos on Klaus. We had these new 72-71 millimeter turbos that we got from Big Boost USA. These things are absolutely huge and are great quality. Got all new really nice V-bands because these ones are actually all V-banded. Klaus's whole system will be eventually V-banded here shortly. You know, that stuff's just kind of expensive, so we're going to do it slowly. That way we'll concentrate on the exhaust and just these tips first. I already pulled off his downpipes, forgot to record it, but I'm going to try to cut these off and then weld on these 3-inch V-bands right here, then go to right there. See how that works. Got some practice pipe, making sure we're going to get good at TIG welding. And for right here on the cold side, I got a bunch of piping we're going to piece together. I'll make a V-band flange to just flared flange, so that way I can still use these silicone couplers for right now, because I'm not quite ready yet to change the entire system. What else we do? Oh yeah, so yesterday we were having a whole lot of fun with Klaus around town, just driving the speed limit, not drifting roundabouts, not doing any of that kind of hooligan stuff. As we were playing, completely blew out the gasket for the turbo on this side. So I noticed that boost was getting a little laggy, and then when I was giving it gas, the entire turbo system was just shaking up and down. Lost that gasket, and then I was getting home looking around stuff, blew out this gasket too. So we have some brand new nice MLS copper gaskets that I'll be putting in right there. So we got downpipes there, bolting in the turbos there. Also, we have a bunch of O2 bungs. We're gonna weld them, put them right here, because accelerated would like them out of there. They think pressure might be causing an issue with the O2 sensor, so we're gonna go ahead and place them outside of it instead of right there before the turbo. And I'm placing 2 of them there, so there'll be like one here, one right over there. That way I can swap back and forth and check AFRs depending on what side's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, get loaded up, head over to Shane's house because he's got the TIG welder. See you in just a minute. And we are back over to Shane's.
There we go.
How are those welds coming? Beautiful? You getting the hang of it? This is our first time really doing this welder. So we're doing some practicing right now. It's actually not that bad. I think that'll get the job done when we go to get the turbos. Throw these up. Chop saw should cut this off pretty easily, shouldn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Cut off these old flanges that we had. Got the new flanges right here. And we're actually probably going to cut off this V-band, which I don't want to, but we're going to cut it off and then weld on this one because it's not the same type of V-band, which is awesome. But we're going to go ahead, get started working on it. We are back at the shop. I had to get a couple more parts. I'm waiting for Summit to show up so we can put them on. Oh, we got some new header wrap coming in. I had to get some more O2 bungs, and I got some more make your own wires from MSD, or cut your own length, whatever you want to call it, because having this little misfire over here, I think it might just be one of the wires low on resistance or high on resistance, whichever one you want to call it. But we're over here. I'm going to go ahead and start getting these turbos taken off and get it ready for the new ones. what I did is got all the turbos off, everything, got that all taken care of. Then I started moving everything over. You can see the size difference in these, much bigger. So these 35s are kind of like 62 61s, and then these are 72 71s, so they're quite a bit bigger. I have all my oil feed lines and drain lines, everything moved over. I was working on that. I welded O2 bungs right over here because Don and Accelerated thought that all the back pressure in between the turbine housing and the exhaust was messing with the O2 sensor, so I welded them in right there. And then I got some nice ceramic wrap and wrapped them all much better. We welded on our V-band clamps over here where the wastegates are, cleaned this up, and then welded them together, and also wrapped them in ceramic. And then we've still been having that little tiny misfire that we couldn't quite find. So I'm starting off, we changed all the plugs. Now I'm going through changing wires to much better ones. We originally had these Pro Street 250 8mm, which had decent reviews, cheaper. So whatever, so I went and got MSD 8.5 superconductor wires. They say 40 to 50 ohms of resistance, which is amazing because these Pro Street ones are absolutely garbage. Let me see. Now, what I have right here, this is like my number 2 plug wire. They're both about exactly a foot long. So you can see on the top one, that's 278 ohms of resistance. And move down to the MSD ones. MSD ones drop down to 57 ohms of resistance, which is absolutely crazy. I checked my number 8 wire, and that was like 480 ohms of resistance. So who knows, maybe I was just losing some spark, the stock coils couldn't keep up, but I'm going to go ahead and change all these first. If I still have the misfire, then I'll just go through, change coils next. Then after that, I don't know, it might be something with injectors. I'm probably going to take them out tomorrow anyways and clean them, get them taken off, make sure they're all flow matched, there's nothing in them. So gonna go ahead, have a beer, see you in just a second. Alright guys, new day, back at it right now. I already did a little bit of work. I went ahead and took my injectors, got them cleaned, and swapped sides, see if it misfires, and I'll know that it's definitely something with the injectors going on over here. I made all my nice new MSD wires, cut them a little bit longer this time so we have some more room to work with and play with. The resistance on them is super freaking low, which is awesome. Then over here I've been getting ready for the flanges. I'm just going to reuse actually the old ones, the T3s, and I cut them to fit the T4 because with this piping it was just going to be a nightmare and slip over it, so I didn't want to do that. So it's going to be going like this. Then I'm just going to weld around it, Dremel it out, try to make it look the best that I can, but hey, it's close. That's how we do it here. Work with what you have. So I'm going to go ahead, fire up the Lincoln, and get to welding. Alright guys, update time. Me and Chad finished welding up the rest of the T4 flanges onto the exhaust manifold. Let him get some practice in. He's starting to get pretty good at it. Then went ahead and put them back on and mounted up the turbos. Everything's just kind of loose in place right now, like the housings and everything else. Then I just got to start getting these coolant and oil lines put back on, get the elbows back on, get everything positioned correctly, run the vacuum lines, and then tighten it all down. Of course, it's not just a simple process of unbolt and bolt back up, but we're getting through it. So check back with you in just a second. Hey guys, what is going on? We are all done with the turbo swap. I actually just went out. I'm at Side Cut Park, a nice little park by my house, just to do some testing. All hooked up. These master powers are absolutely huge, amazing, work so well. Big shout out to Big Boost USA for hooking me up for those. You guys have to check them out for anything BMW related. They make such great, awesome parts. But he's sitting here moving along real well, fixed up a couple things, went out doing testing, maybe some burnouts, maybe did a few little things, you know, here in Mexico. I'm actually just waiting on my coolant fittings to come in, but it's fine. I just bypassed it for right now, but it'll get done here soon. We're out here, we're actually shooting some footage for ToledoCars.com. Make sure you check them out. And yeah, that's about it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.